y'all, I'm Jessi Harry and welcome to this week's What's for Dinner. Alright, so the first meal that we have up is 15-minute garlic butter chicken with Parmesan cauliflower rice. So of course we have a chicken breast cut in half lengthwise, some pepper, paprika, Italian seasoning, Parmesan cheese, salt, butter, a bag of riced cauliflower, parsley, red pepper flakes, chicken broth, a diced up onion, half of one, and a lemon, not pictured, garlic. It's in the name and I completely forgot it when I was showing the ingredients. Alright, so first things first, we're going to make the coating for the chicken. So we're going to put some Parmesan, some paprika, Italian seasoning, and garlic on a plate, and then I'm going to mix it all together so it's good and mixed. Then I'm going to take those chicken breasts and salt and pepper them very nicely and quickly. Alright, so once that's done, I'm going to dredge them in the seasoning concoction that we made. Get them good and coated. I think the recipe calls for fresh Parmesan. I'm cheap. I just used the regular Parmesan in the can and it worked out perfectly. And here's what they look like once they were all dredged up. So then I'm going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter in a pan and put those chicken breasts in there. I got it on about a medium-high heat. And you're basically going to brown them real nicely on both sides. You're going to flip them halfway through and cook them until they are completely cooked all the way through. That's why you're going to cut your breast lengthwise in half so that way it cooks in the pan. You don't finish it off in the oven. So next I added 2 more tablespoons of butter to the pan. Once I took the chicken out, I added the onion and the garlic, and we're going to mix that around for about a minute until it's nice and softened. Then we added 2 tablespoons of the chicken broth, parsley. The recipe calls for fresh. I just use dried. Use whatever you have on hand or buy special fresh parsley. Mix it all together. Then I took that cauliflower rice that I had in the bowl and I put that in there. And then got it coated in the butter, seasonings, all that good stuff. I actually think that I switched these steps that I'm about to do, but you know, you can follow what I do. You can follow the recipe that I have linked down below. It still turned out great. Then we squeeze in the lemon. Not shown as me picking out the seeds because I really should do this over a strainer, but whatever. And then adding a little bit of red pepper flakes, not too much. And then some Parmesan that I did not measure out. I just did a little sprinkle. I think the recipe says your leftover Parmesan, though I don't really know where leftover came from. And got that all good and stirred together. So this is what that rice looks like. It was so yummy. If you're disgusted by it, try this. And here's the chicken breast. Once it was completely cooked, it had such a beautiful brown gold coating on it. Very crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside. It was almost like I deep fried it. And we serve this with little side salads. No tomatoes is my son's. And here it is all plated up. I actually did make regular rice to go with this because I am feeding a man and a teen. And the cauliflower rice is not going to be enough for them, so I made rice. It's good to mix together with the cauliflower rice. This was very yummy. It's a keto meal. I don't follow keto. I thought this was delicious. So did my husband. My son wasn't a fan of the rice, but you know. Alright, so the next meal that we're going to make is sesame chicken and greens stir fry that I got out of a magazine I bought this month. So the ingredients is juice of 1 orange. It was a very dry orange. You probably could use more. Chicken, I just used 1 big breast. Greens, mustard greens to be exact. Some snow peas. I love snow peas. Sesame oil. Ginger. garlic, soy sauce, and toasted sesame seeds. Alright, so we're going to get all this mixed up together to make some delicious yumminess. Alright, so first things first, we're going to put a little bit of sesame oil into a pan, get it nice and hot, and then take that chicken breast that I cut up and took the fat off of and throw that in there. There we go. I'm going to stir that and basically cook it until the chicken is cooked through. Once that chicken is cooked through, you're going to remove it from the pan, as you can see here, super fast. And then I'm going to add more sesame oil to the pan. And we're going to throw in the ginger and the garlic. And then you're going to cook that for a little bit. Let those aromatics get good and cooked up. And then you're going to add in the snow peas, not the paper towel, and get all those mixed up. And then you're going to add in your soy sauce. And your orange juice. Like I said, you probably could have used more orange juice. Get all that mixed together. And then once you let those cook down a little bit, you're going to add in your mustard greens. Try and get that coated with the sauce very hard. Toss in that chicken. Like I said, we're trying to get everything coated with that sauce at the bottom. And then added the sesame seeds, which I used a lot less than what the recipe said. They called for like 1/4 of a cup. Too much. Alright, and so we ate this served over rice, and I added red pepper flakes to mine because I would eat red pepper flakes on anything. This was really good in my opinion. My son wasn't big on it. Even though he likes vegetables, it was a little bit too much for him. But if you really enjoy nice, fresh, green meals, this is for you. It was good, simple, and honestly, I think took me 20 minutes to make, max. Alright, so the next dinner that we're going to have is a Cajun shrimp Alfredo. It's actually a Weight Watchers recipe that I'm trying out. I'm not on Weight Watchers, I just want to try it. So of course we have some shrimp. I have 2 bags of it because my son eats so much shrimp. Some Parmesan cheese, some Cajun seasoning, low-fat cottage cheese, non-fat Greek yogurt, black pepper, garlic, some whole wheat penne. It seems a little odd, but we're going to get it all mixed together. Alright, so first things first, you're going to make the sauce. So you're going to add in the Greek yogurt first. And then the cottage cheese. Then a little garlic powder. You could probably use fresh garlic, but since it's Weight Watchers, trying to watch the calories, I guess, so I just followed the recipe. And then some black pepper, and once that's in there, you're going to get it all mixed together. There we go. So next we're going to toss in some Parmesan cheese, and then get that all mixed together. Only I could stir that fast in real time. All right, and then with the shrimp, I just added a little bit of olive oil to it, about a tablespoon. Got those shrimp nice and coated. And then I'm going to pull out the Cajun seasoning. I use the Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning. You can use whatever kind of Cajun seasoning you like. And I basically just sprinkled and stirred until the shrimp were coated all the way. Or at least what to my liking. Alright, so next we're going to put those little shrimpies on a pan. Get them spread out so they cook evenly. Very serious about the spreading out, apparently. And we're going to slide them into the oven at 400. And I'm going to put the timer at 4 minutes, but I'm basically cooking them for 4 minutes and then flipping them and cooking them for 4 more. Alright, so I cooked my penne noodles and now I'm tossing them in my big pan, and on top of that I'm going to put the sauce, quotation marks, that I made. And we're going to turn the heat on the burner up to about medium and stir that sauce in. Get all the noodles coated. So I did have to add some liquid to this. I added, I think, a half a cup of heavy cream. You could add chicken broth if you wanted, but it has a very dry consistency. So if you don't like that, then you need to add more liquid to it. So here's the shrimp, and here's the pasta, which I actually topped mine with more Cajun seasoning because I like things spicy, if you don't know. So I thought this was good, and my son actually ate this and didn't have any complaints, didn't make any faces. So I think he liked it too. But the consistency is a little off, just in case you have small kids that don't like stuff like that. But it was good. You should try it. Alright, well, thank you for watching this week's What's for Dinner. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe because it helps me out so much. I hope that you have a great evening and a wonderful weekend. Thanks. Bye.